Hey guys, so what's up? So it's the end of the week, and this is kind of a special stream because we usually don't stream on these days. Come on, I'm having a bit of a technical difficulty actually right now. I think my computer has been on like for too many days, so it's kind of a problem. But let me try and reset it. Hey Kat, nice to have you here. Thank you for being here. So Friday night. Woo. What are we doing? We're drawing. Okay. So this is oh, let me show you. There's a ton of technical difficulties going on today, and I'm thinking it's because my computer has been on for so long. Yeah, hang on. I need to save something before, and I can't show you that, so I'm sorry. Uh-huh. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay, so this is as far as we've gotten. This is how we advanced the how much we advanced the image last time, and I'm super happy with it. I'm just ecstatic about all the little details and all the little different fish that you guys proposed, and I'm super happy with the results so far. This is a different file, but I'm just going to go ahead and merge all these because this is just the line art, and I'm quite sure of what we've advanced today, or all of these days, like in this process. So I'm just gonna erase this line that's not supposed to be there, and this one, and these ones. There we go. So there's a ton of things that I've liked out of this image. There's another thing that we need to do, and that thing is add this, which is a sketch in the background. So the whole subject of this image is to the subject, like the reason why we're making this image is in order to participate in a contest, and that contest's theme is my time to shine. So what I'm thinking of doing today is drawing myself. And that's been a bit of a problem because I wanted to send my files from my camera to my computer, but I don't have like a card reader. So yeah, let me see if we can if we can reset Chrome, because I had to send myself an email, and none of them are working. So hang on. Let's just try this again. And this and this. So I'm just, yeah. Okay, let's see if we can find something else that's Chrome. Okay, nothing else. Let's try that again. Yes, okay, it opened up. Let's see if it manages to connect. If it does, we can have, yes. Okay, we have some images, and there's some funny images because it's images that I took of myself, and I also took some of these images from the camera, like taking a picture at the camera's screen with my cell phone. So it's just a disaster, but I hope we manage to get them. Oh my god, seriously, I have to download them all. Okay, do it. Jesus freaking Christ. Okay. Doesn't it happen that like there's some days where the computer just does whatever it wants, and there's kind of no way of convincing it otherwise, and it's super stressful? My god. It's just ridiculous sometimes. Okay, so the images we have are these. They're a bit creepy, so warning. Um, so yeah, and I took some with my cell phone just to focus on the face. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so these are the whole amount of images. Yeah, so this is the one that I was taking, and I took it because it's the reference for the character in the back. Okay, so it's this line art that we're missing still, and the way that we're going to do it is using these references. I'm gonna like sketch myself, see how that goes. I hope it's not like a complete mess. And I think I've never done this. No, I have sketched myself, but it's been like years since the last time I did it. So the way that we're going to do it is we could do it like on a white line art, but the thing is we have all of these elements like superimposed. So we're just going to ignore them for now, okay? So let's just do this on this one. Yeah, so I'm just going to ignore them, act as if they didn't exist, and then I'm just going to sketch this central part, okay? So this image should be like this is the reference, sort of. That's where you can get the idea. And I'm going to save us some space. Yeah, there we go. This is another image. Let's save ourselves some space as well. Come on. And it's finally the end of the week. This is awesome news, isn't it? Are you guys happy about that, or did you want more time while working? Okay. I'm super happy about it because it's been a stressful couple of weeks. But we're managing. We're managing to keep it up. I think this one is a bit too like overexposed. I think this one is better. Yeah, kind of. I mean, they're both the same, I think. Okay. Let's just make this like this. And yeah, I'm just gonna locate all of my reference here just to start sketching over my previous sketch. Okay, so it's gonna be a bunch of my own face, like once and again. Just to get some of these shapes that I really like. And I'm not gonna copy just one of these. I'm gonna kind of grab things from this sketch that I did before and like mix them with my references, okay? Super happy to be back. That's awesome. Hey Lenis, thank you for being here. You're super happy that the week is gone? Oh my god, me too. I'm so happy about it. I'll have a busy weekend, so I'm happy bit, but at all. Happy bit, but at all. Oh, okay, so you still have some things to do in the weekend. Yeesh. Must be tough. But you can do it. We can keep it up, right? Like we're still... But not at all. Oh, okay. I get it. Okie dokes. So, this sketch is super general, the one that we have in the background. So I'm just gonna try and like narrow it down a little bit. I'm thinking that this is kind of the phase that that's most similar, like this one maybe, which is a bit frontal, but I like this expression a bit more. And yeah, okay, so let's just keep going, right? Yeah, I'm super happy, but it's been a tough couple of weeks. Yeah. So I'm just gonna start sketching some of these. Yeesh. Hey guys, welcome for those who are just dropping in. Today we're sketching a bit further what we have already sketched before, but we're kind of taking it a bit deeper. So I'm sketching myself in this position because the subject of this image is my time to shine, okay? So that's what we're doing today. I'm sketching myself. It's been a while since I've sketched myself, as I said before, so bear with me. I'm hoping that it's not a bad idea. Okay, there we go. So I'm just drawing some lines that I think are going to be good guides for me to draw later on, like to clean up the line art. This is not going to be the final line art. Jesus, the final line art just yet. Okay? This is just a sketch. Okay. So the reason why we're doing this kind of surprise, I like calling it a surprise live stream, is basically so we can finish this image on this month, because it's a complex image and I think we need a bit more time. But last month we did this marathon, which was super fun. But I've just noticed that the marathon format is way too complicated because of some reasons. Okay, like right now I have the battery pack, so it's not a problem of our camera, but it's a problem of, for example, for me to upload this video to YouTube, if it's 8 hours long, it's super complex and it takes a ton of time, and I can't like do anything on the internet while that is happening. So that's a problem. That's the first problem. And the other one is it's extenuating. Like I end up being super tired. So it's not optimal for me, because I need some more energy in order to keep on doing this. And if I'm super tired, and I have a tendency to just drop things that I don't feel like doing, like I'm lazy like that sometimes. So I need this energy to keep going. Does that make sense? And if I do this and I end up super tired, it's not good for me. It's not good for my process. So I guess that's what I'm saying. So I'm mishmashing a ton of these references. Okay, does that make sense? So these are all photos that a friend of mine helped me take like 5 minutes ago. Okay, so there we go. And we have the stubble, or like my like thing that grows out of my face. And that's something that's interesting, because I think I've never drawn myself with this. Like it's been so long since the last time I drew myself. Like I didn't have any of this the last time I drew myself. So you can start guessing like how long ago it's been since the last time I drew myself. Whoa. So this doesn't look like me like at all, I think. But we can start working on it and see where this takes us. So I'm gonna draw myself like with long hair, like with curly hair that I usually have. I just don't have it in these reference pictures, but it's no biggie because it's gonna be like pointing upwards. Does that make sense? Like it's floating. So it's not much of a problem for us right now. And another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this this ear right here. So let's just do that. And I know my hair is like not that curly or that defined, but this is something that we're doing, okay? Okay, good. And we have this reference down here. It used to be a reference of my body, but no longer available. So if we add both line arts, it's going to look like this. Okay. That's super neat. Okay, so let's just add some more lines for us to like understand ourselves. And this is, I think, a reference that we're going to be needing constantly in the next few days or so. And I'm trying not to make myself like perfect because I'm not. So I'm gonna just try not to like do much to this. I'm just thinking that this shape, yeah, it's close enough. Okay. Something of the sort, I think. Okay, good. The rest is going to come from the colors that we're going to add in a bit if we manage to do this quickly. I'm going to have to recopy one of these references, which is this one. Okay. And the reference is for the rest of the body. Let's just grab all of this. So I know we already had this, but I lost it. So like I merged all of these, so I'm just gonna add it over here. Kind of ignore the rest for now, just because we need that reference for the body. Actually, let's make it a bit smaller and towards this side. Yeah, like that. Okay, good. So let's start sketching ourselves. This is super weird, by the way. So I tried to make like the same posture that I was thinking about in our sketch, but it's super tough like to make it fit exactly. It's super hard. So let's just make it like that. Yeah, I like that. Even though this is nothing to do with this, I like this shape. Actually, we can like make it a bit higher. Yeah, something like that. Good. So I'm just doing this. Okay, and this is completely dark, so we don't really mind about that. And let's add this like hand that's kind of holding this. This pen. So that's almost invisible because that's a picture of a picture of a picture. So that kind of sucks. Let's try to make this a bit bigger. Yeah, something like that. And let's just do this and add this sketchy sketchbook. Yeah, something like this. Okay. So I'm just gonna add a pen here. And it's one of these like regular big black pens. Something like that. And with this, we can just like start to say that like my hand is underneath. So we can just make that up. See how that goes. Does that make sense? Even? No, I'm just gonna erase that. Yeah. The hand is right below. And this is my other leg. So yeah, let's just do this. Whatever that means. And right here, like something like that. Okay, that's pretty much what I wanted. So it's a weird perspective, like it's a bit exploded, but I like that. I like the fluidness of that, like the fluidity of this image, and it's like a bit more dynamic than what we're used to. So it's not as realistic, but still, I think it's good. Okay, so here we have this reference and we have these references. Good. So let's just add them as ref. Good. So this is our face, this is our body. Let's see where this goes. I'm not sure if we can. I'm gonna try something out. Something like that. Would that work? Let's check on like vanishing point and all of these things. Yeah, that would work. A bit closer. Yeah, something like that would be better. Just because it's so exaggerated, you know, like the closeness of the face and the, like the sketchbook. I like that. And what should we add? Like what should we be drawing in that point, in that place? Should we add like another sketch that we've already made? I don't know. Let's check out if I can find something. I'm not sure. Okay. Test stream relative. How do we do this? Friendly faces. Okay, I think we can add like the sketch. Huh, would that be too meta? Let's try that, see if that works. I don't think it's going to be understood at all, but still, let's try that. Let's just limit this a bit. Actually, let's make this into a smart object. There we go. Let's. I think it's going to be a bit too meta, but still, let's try it out. So it's like we're sketching the same image, like inside itself. I think that might be too much. I think we're going to have to simplify this because it's going to be too much noise there, and we want this space to be kind of without that much clutter. So yeah, So let's just check it out. It would look something like this. Yeah, it's too much. It's way too much information. I love how this is looking. I'm really happy the direction that we're going. Just like this. Let's make ours like that. Okay, so we're gonna delete this. And I think we can merge these two right now. It's no biggie. I like that drawing actually. Like I'm not sure if I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna try, but I like the fact that it's a bit like jittery and jagged and stuff. So let's make a quick sketch. I'm not sure what. Like what should this sketchbook have? Like what should we be drawing right here? Like on this area? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. We could be drawing boobies. We could be drawing like a little dog. What should we be drawing? Or should we be about to start a drawing but not having drawn anything yet? Yeah, I like this. I like this idea better. Because it's like the whole point of it is like this moment of inspiration. Does that make sense? So we're about to start a drawing. Yeah, I like that a lot. Let's just do that. Let's run with that. Okay. Yeah, why not? Okay, that's pretty good. So, should we redo this drawing? I'm not sure. Yeah, let's clean it up just a little bit. See if that works. So we're going to reduce opacity and clean up these lines. Okay? Actually, we should flip it first, see if it works. Yeah, it looks good still. Okay, good. Having photo reference is super useful. I'm not used to that. So it's super good to have it from time to time. Like I've used pictures a ton in my images, like photo bashing and stuff like that, but it's not usual for me to like have a reference for these kinds of things, and it's so useful. Like I should totally have reference. I have more reference. Let's see how that goes. So I don't know if I'm just cleaning this too much, but we can start having some semblance of it. See if it works. Everything is an experiment. Well, there we go. ¿Se escucha bajito? What? Really? Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. Really? Oh yeah, it's super low for some reason. Okay, I'm sorry. Is that better? Is that better here? 100%? Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Revso. Thank you for letting me know. I think I kind of reduced the volume of the microphone at some point and didn't notice. So thank you. This helps a lot. These look weird, but okay, whatever. I'm trying for these lines not to be as clean as other lines that we've done. like keeping up the dynamic sense of these lines. It's tough sometimes when you're cleaning line art. Like sometimes it gets too like, I don't know, too clean, and it kind of loses that dynamic sense of the sketch, and it's such a shame because sketches are beautiful usually, and we just tend to lose that when we clean up. So it's tough to have this this sense of motion, like keeping that dynamic feeling. Did the audio improve or not? Let me know, please. And the thing is, with this image that we're doing, the line art is also going to be part of the final image. So it's important for us to keep that dynamicism. Like if it were going to be eventually deleted, then it's no biggie, you know, like we can just remove it and that's it. But because we won't, according to the plan that we had in previous sessions, we just need to keep that dynamicism. Is that a word even? Dynamicism? I hope it is. I like where this is going. Okay, so let's try this. That looks weird. Let's redo this section because I think it should be a bit more bumpy. So something like that. Yeah, that's good enough now. Either way, it's going to be super dark in this area. Well, dark, you know, like it's super shiny all around. But it's good to have a bit of detail, you know, like a bit of a notion of what we're drawing and what we're seeing when we get down into the sketching part. Yeah, this is too clean. I'm not crazy happy about it, but it's what we got, so let's just keep working on it. Okay, there we go. And we have this area that kind of closes up a little bit. And this area. And then there's the tip. And we have the interior of it that has the ink, and we have a little branding here. There we go. Okie doke. That's good enough. I think we have to clean that sketchbook a little bit. Like, it can't be just like those curls over there. And that's it. I think we have to clean it up a little bit. Just because all of the other art supplies are super detailed. And I just think it's it would be a shame not to have that cleaned up. Like with the square parts, that's always good enough. Whoa. I always like adding like these kind of details. Like there's some other papers stuck inside papers, because that's how all my sketchbooks are at some point. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create, oops, sorry about that, a single loop. So let's just, yeah, why not? Let's try this. Let's make this a circle. Contornear 5. Duplicate it, make it a bit smaller, like that. So, how can we do this? Okay. I'm just thinking about solutions into this problem. So let's make it a smart object and deform it so it kind of adjusts to the shape, like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it. Oh, like in that direction, maybe? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, let's try that. And okay, so we're going to use our vanishing point, like the copy of our vanishing point, which is this one. It's almost invisible. So it's these blue lines that are almost invisible, okay? And we're going to use them as a guide. What's going on right now? Why are you so gigantic? You know what? Let's just start it all over again. Okay. So in order to make a vanishing point, we can use the shape tool and make it into a star. And that star is gonna have like super extreme proportions, and that way we get a vanishing point like real quick. That what we can do as well is, because we don't need that many, like that volume, we can just do this and start checking if, yeah, okay, no, okay, that's good enough, thank you. And that way we can, oh no. So let's make this into a smart object. We're done with it, okay. So here we have this shape. What's going on, guys? I'm trying to fit it into this direction, so it's always gonna be there. Okay, so yeah, but there is good enough. Why does that do that? Let's see. So I'm gonna add some rulers here in the center so I have that as a reference, okay? And now we can just delete that polygon and stop working with it because it's bugging me. And now we have these two rings that we're going to make into a smart object, so they're both in the same smart object. And now we're going to duplicate it, transform, and use this as a center. And that way it's going to like conform and start being modified in size once and again. We have to always set the center. Does that make sense? Okay, there we go. Now we can grab all of these, duplicate them, and transform them. And they're going to keep on fitting theory. And that way we get like a quicker way of doing this notebook. Is this the first one? This is the last one. Okay, so we're just gonna need a few more. What's going on? Like that. Is that good enough? Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. So let's just merge them all together. And that way we have this geometry that kind of fits everything, and that's super cool. Okay, let's... So we have to draw this all over again. So just be patient right now, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna define a line. How do we do that? So this is all just problem solving, okay? I hope it makes sense to you guys. So I'm just gonna draw that. Get like a bit there. So that's gonna be the limit of our lines on the top. And we can duplicate it and bring it to the bottom and kind of fit it into the perspective. Not that much, like there maybe. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Actually, I think we need to pull the rings a bit closer in. So where are the rings? These are the rings? These are the rings, okay. So just pull them there. And we're going to duplicate this one as well and push it a bit forward. So all of this is just me trying to fit into the perspective that we want this to be, okay? It's kind of tough, actually, I'm not gonna lie. So there. Oh, we're deforming them too much. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Yeesh. Yeah, like there. Yeah, the intersection works well. And that one works as well. Okay, good. So let's do it with our mask. Okay. So I'm gonna mask out all of the things that are not supposed to be visible. And that's tough because it's like different directions and stuff, so it's like it's necessary to have a good spatial awareness. And even though I think I have a good spatial awareness, it's most probable that I'm gonna mess it up a little bit at some point. Okay. Hey guys, to all of those who are just dropping by right now, we are working on an image, and we work on one image a month, and this is April's image, okay? And it's for a contest, and that contest that we're participating in, the subject is My Time to Shine, okay? And I just wanted to share my process in all this. Okie dokie, let's just erase some of these a little bit more. Okay, that's good, and we have that, and that's super clean. Good, so now we're gonna... So we're missing something, and that something is like the little holes in the bottom of the... like, yeah, the holes on the page, okay? So our line is still there, so I think what we can do is like cheat a little bit as well. Let's try to make this a bit smaller. Would this work? Are they too close? Yeah, no, I think they're fine. Okay, so we're gonna merge these two and make them into a smart object and do exactly the same as we did like before, okay? So I'm gonna duplicate them and transform them with this as a center. And we're gonna zoom in and yeah, make them fit the holes that we had previously defined. So once again, we're gonna merge these two, or well, select these two, transform them, set this as center, zoom in, and make them fit all of those holes. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to do that with 4. So every time it's faster, and we can do like 1,000 of these real quick. But we don't need 1,000. Okay, so let's see if we're managing to do it. It should be fitting, but I'm not sure. There, okay. And let's just do these again. Oh. Zoom in. There we go. And we can do that with the last one, I think. Yeah. And we can just like eyeball it. It's no biggie. No, actually, let's just do it perfectly. Why not? Like we can eyeball it, but then like my consciousness is gonna just keep following me. I'm not gonna be able to sleep, so. There we go. That's good enough. So now we can fit these lines. Like oh, these are all holes. So let's just join them right now. Yep, good. We can move them into being like into the limit of our visible lines. Okay, so it's going to be a bit complex to see, and it's going to be a ton of detail in there, but it's going to be worth our while because we're going to have a very detailed drawing of our sketchbook, and that's kind of what's important right now. Okay, so we don't need these lines anymore, do we? I think we do. Yeah, let's just leave that line. This line we don't need anymore, and the one below we still need. So yeah, here we go. So I'm just going to draw this as like I have a circle. Sometimes your sketchbook just gets that shape for some reason. Okay. So we have all this and we have all this. And that's good. And we have all this. Okay, so let's join these two, which is this. And we're going to just clean it up. So reduce opacity. Remove this. And we're going to draw. So get ready for patience moment, guys. Okay. So it's going to be a ton of little circles. So yeah, tell me a bit about yourselves if you can. So if you're logged in, you can chat and let us know, because this is going to be long. I'm not going to worry too much about it not being perfect entirely, because I want that to have a variation. And sometimes some of these are like a bit crooked, and that like kind of adds reality to it, in my opinion. Okay, let's keep going. So are you a cat person or a dog person? Thank you again, Chan. Wow, that's a tough question. I mean, I love cats. I think cats are like at the top of evolution, you know, like they're amazing beings. And they're also super loving and super kind. I've had dogs most of my life, and I also love them a lot, but they're kind of dumb. Not just kidding. They're super smart, but the thing is, I think that cats are kind of smarter, and this is gonna make so many people angry. I'm kidding. I love both cats and dogs, but I consider myself to be a cat person. Like, I admire cats way more than what I admire dogs. Does that make sense? How about you? I really don't know what you are, because I remember you being kind of afraid of dogs. I think you told me like a while back, but you've started loving dogs after some years back, and now you love cats as well. So this is kind of confusing. Like, are you a dog person or a cat kind of person? Pau Bungalow. And what do you like most about this process? Like, about the process that I'm following for this illustration, you mean? Or what do you mean? Or this precise process that I'm doing right now? I'm not sure. Because if you're talking about like the process of me streaming all of my illustrations, like my processes and stuff, I love this because I get to share with a lot of people. And what I want to do is I want to inspire people to start betting on themselves. Does that make sense? Like, I think 90% of people that you talk to, they usually tell you like, oh yeah, I used to draw a lot when I was a kid, but now I don't. And that happens with a ton of things. Like, yeah, I used to run when I was back in high school, but I don't run anymore. Oh yeah, I don't know, and stuff like that. There's a ton of things that just go about that way. And I think that it's really sad that we don't like no longer do things that we think are fun just because, you know, like there's no reason for it. So I want people, especially artists and creative people, to bet on themselves, you know, like to do what they like doing. And I think it's possible. I think it's possible to live from what you love doing. And I'm trying to achieve it wholeheartedly. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if I answered your question. Let me know. There we go. Oh no, we're kind of missing some of this. The circle stopped making sense here, so we're just gonna have to force it a little bit. So I'm just gonna move this circle a little bit and take advantage of this. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is super repetitive. I'm sorry if it's a bit boring. But yeah, we can talk it out. You can do the most boring chore in the universe, but if you're talking with people, it's amazing. I'm supposing that means that I answered your question, I hope. Do you consider yourselves to be creative people or not? What do you think? Because there's like these two ways of thinking about it. Like, some people think that creatives are born creative, and some people are just like not creative at all. And a lot of other people think that you just like you can train it, you know, like any other muscle. You can train creativity. What do you guys think? Do you think you're born creative, or do you think... Those are two different questions, but do you think you are creative first? And do you think that it's something that you've trained, or do you think that you're born with it? Depends. Innovative. how do you say that word? Innovative, maybe creative, artistically limited. Artistically limited. Okay, that's a distinction. So Linux, you think you are, like you believe you are, and you think it's trained. No doubt about it. Okay. That's a good, clear stance. That's good. And Pau Bungalow has made a distinction between creativity and innovation. How do you think, like, because you clearly believe they belong in the same category, otherwise you wouldn't have commented on that, right? Does that make sense? Am I correct or not? Like, there's something about innovation that requires creativity. So in the end, you do believe that you're creative, right? Or not? It's just like not artistically. Whew. Okay, guys, I think we did it. Yeah, this is a sketch, so let's just delete this. We have this line, and where is this other line? So there are these two? Okay, that's good. So now we're just going to grab an eraser and start erasing all of these intersections that are not supposed to happen. So Pau Bungalow, do you believe that you are born creative or not? Because I think that's important there. Do you think you can train creativity? And Linux, if you think you can train creativity, like that's what you believe, and I think so too. But how do you train creativity? That's even the more interesting question, I think. Because sometimes, like, that's the way to disprove the fact that you're born with it. Does that make sense? So you, like, in a personal question, you as a person, how do you train creativity in your own personal life? So not necessarily? So you don't think you're creative? Oh, okay. How come? That's super interesting. To me, at least. I don't know. Okay. Actually, are these lines? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do this in a different layer. What do you mean by not necessarily? Like, you're not necessarily creative if you're innovative. Was that the word? Yeah. Wow, this is super tough. Let's just make these lines kind of horizontal. Whoa, too close. So these lines are super perfect and the other ones aren't. So that's kind of funny. But it works. It works with the theme, so let's just leave them like that. I mean, I think creativity is just the ability to mix, like to make connections, you know, like to make quick connections. And not necessarily quick, but to make connections. And those connections, I know, for example, my friend who's over there in chat, like Genchan, I think he's super creative because he's super funny. So I think being funny like requires a bit of creativity. There's this type of funny which is just like memory, you know, like you remember some jokes and you tell the same jokes over and over again, and that's normal, that's usual, and that's also funny. But I think there's this type of funny that is just like unexpected funny. And in that sense, unexpected funny like requires certain amount of creativity. Just because it's like weird connections that you make in your brain and they're just hilarious. Okay, guys, so I think we're done with the sketchbook sketch, like the line arts. So let's just keep going. Creo que lo primero ha sido confiar en el camino que he llevado y permitir que esa sensibilidad que tengo sea, explore y huele a donde debe ir. Oh, okay. Like trusting yourself. You think that's how you train creativity? Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that's part of it, certainly, in my opinion as well. Like I believe that as well. Yes, y dejarla hacer a diario. Okay, so it's like that daily challenge of believing in yourself. Because it is a challenge, I suppose. At least for me it is. Okay, that's super good. I believe that too. I think these two overimposed are a bit too much. Is this too little? I'm not sure. I think we're missing some of these lines, like they're super energetic. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep some of these lines. So I'm gonna mask this out and start like drawing some of them in. So just as a support for some of the darker areas, I'm guessing, that could be pretty good, pretty useful. Like back here maybe, down here, some of these areas. Okay, that way we're kind of like recovering some of these lines that we lost a bit in the way. Does that make sense? Good. I'm super happy with this. I'm so happy right now. Yeah, it's a daily thing. I would agree completely with that. Completely agree with it. Okie doke. So I'm just gonna duplicate this and keep this as a reference. So just eliminate this and make this red. This sketch. That's good. That's good. We're getting somewhere, guys. We're getting somewhere. So this is how it's gonna look like with the whole, with all of the lines activated. I really like this image now. I'm super happy with it. This is so cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna kind of separate some of the planes, and it's gonna be a tough job. So how are we gonna do that? So I'm just gonna start coloring this with a harder color, okay? So I'm just going to do this, and we're going to grab a color that's not super tough on the eyes, and we're going to start adding color to all of these. And that's how we're going to have a mask. So we're going to know what belongs to the front, what belongs to the back, and we're going to try not to be like too hasty or too clean. So these things are not going to help us. So we're going to try to keep within the lines, but if we don't, it's not that much of a deal because it's such an energetic image, and it's kind of painterly, so it's not that bad, but we're not going to overdo it. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Okay. Wow, mental frag grenade. Yeah, exactly. That's basically what's going on. So these are the sketches that we did before, and it's just like a whole bunch of fish. So here's like a blowfish, and here's a normal fish, and here's one of those flatfish that have the eyes on the side, and here's a ray, and all of these fish or fishes, because there are many species, represent kind of the ideas. So it's like ideas flowing towards the paper, and this is like the process of creating. So it's pure creativity in my mind. So that's when you start thinking about materials and ideas just the same, and you get like pulled into it. Does that make sense? And it feels like an explosion, but inwards. So that's basically what we're doing right now. And by dividing this, we can have like the background, what we drew today, which is like the person drawing, is gonna be more visible. Like it's gonna feel like it's behind these. Does that make sense? So this is what I like about illustration. Like this is not entirely concept. Like it's not concept, it's an illustration, actually. I really like this process, particularly different from concept art. I don't know if like what you were asking is a part of this, but I really like illustration because it has a different timeline. Like I know it can be hurried as well, just like concept art, but also like when you see a portfolio for illustration, it's usually something that has been used, and that's usually what they hire you for. But in concept art, like most portfolios are things that you're never going to be able to get to do in your current day job. Almost never. I know it's not always the case, but it's usual that you just do props and that's it. Okay, so let's just block these out, these two. Let's just make them uneditable. There we go. Just to make sure that we're drawing on the correct layer. So it's been a long, like, line art work. This illustration has been mostly line art. Like it's not, we haven't worked color yet at all, and it's almost the end of the month. So I like that process because it means that we're doing things right. Like it's, the ideation phase is supposed to be super long, and this one has. And also like the cleanup phase is long as well. And that means that we're putting a lot of energy into this image, and it's a very energetic image, so it needs a ton of energy. And it feels that way. I'm feeling it that way, at least. I'm super excited about this as an image. And it's going to be complicated. Like we're going to have to add a ton of different materials and reflection styles into every single one of these little blue islands that we're drawing right now. So that's going to be tough. I'm looking forward to it still. and they're all going to be veiled into like under the same lighting conditions. So they're going to be almost the same color, but I want some of the base colors to shine through. So that's kind of my challenge, like my personal challenge, what I'm getting out of this. So for you guys who are just getting here, right now we're working on this image. It's a huge image, and we just did this, which is like the background character, and it's like all of these things that are like falling towards the character. And we're doing this in order to block different layers, okay? So that way you can notice that these are in front and they're like not fighting with each other, okay? So that's what we're doing, and we're gonna do it all around. So buckle up, guys, because it's gonna be a slow ride. But this is how long it takes, okay? And I purposefully don't add music to my streams, so you can still listen to your music and join me with your own kind of music, okay? What is this line? What are these lines? Wow, I don't know what these are. There are some lines that are not supposed to be. Oh, okay. Oof, I was super scared. Okay. Good. Oh my god. Okay, so let's just join these with these right now so we don't keep being confused. Oof. Okay. Super scared right there, like for a second. So that's what this stream is for. And by the way, if you want to share some music, some of the music that you're listening to, that's super welcome. Like, just write it down in the comments so we can hear some recommendations. Okay. Hi. There we go. These look like little feet, but they're actually tweezers. So, yeah. This one was the last one I drew. And this one was a gift from my father for my graduation from school. It's exactly this model. It's great. I use it a ton. I should use it more actually, but I still use it a lot. How is it that it's like some of the people call these brands that are not exactly the brands, but they're just like, oh, they're off brands, I think. So yeah, all of these are like off brands, and that's also a fun thing to create, in my opinion. So as you can notice, these are not like perfect line art. They're super dirty, and I like that because they look even more like sketchier. Does that make sense? They look sketchier than if they were super perfect and super well defined and all of those things. And that adds some dynamic to the image that is super useful for me. And I think it's super pretty. Like, to be able to see someone sketch freely is super liberating in my mind. So I'm not being super careful, but I'm being careful enough. So if it's not exactly perfect. And once we get into painting, we can fix some of these. But it's a long process. just as a warning, I'm letting you guys know. It's super long, okay? So bear with me. Okie doke. So today's Friday. Woo! Do you guys have any of these like Friday night rituals during these hard trying times? Like, do you grab a glass of wine or drink a beer, or I don't know. What do you guys do for that? Like to celebrate the end of the week, maybe? I'm not sure if you have any of these things. What? What? There we go. I usually eat like a very like trashy kind of food, so I just like order Burger King or something, and I eat it all up, and it's super good. I enjoy burgers more than I should, I think, but they're super good. What? What? I really love this image right now. I'm super excited with it, and it's a pleasure to work on it, so I'm super happy with it. Yeah. There we go. Oh, this one is a little off. Like, you can tell that this wasn't a smart object when I edited it. Because it's all blurry and, yeah, like not nice, but I'm just gonna ignore that. And there's some places where transparency comes through. Let's say, for example, here, like these fins are going to be a bit transparent. But I'm going to work that on painting. So I'm still going to fill all of this with our mask layer. And then I'm going to work it with painting on top. Okay? Because if I start thinking about transparency right now, I'm going to lose my mind. So, and also materials. Like, I'm just not thinking about materials. I'm thinking about what's in front of our background person. That's it. That's my mind process right now. Okay. Oh, we have a little mistake here. Let's edit that right now. There we go. So just cleanup in general. Cleanup process is pretty good. So that's just me like making the brush larger and smaller. So that tack, 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 tack that you hear is my keyboard. It's a mechanical keyboard. And it makes a lot of noise. So I'm sorry about that. Let's remove this as well. This is a mistake. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Would you guys enjoy, like, I don't know how it would work, because I usually post my streams on YouTube, like 2 days after my stream. But there should be a way for me to share music with you. Like, if you're interested in that, what do you guys think? Would you like me to, like, add music to my streams, or just to keep it quiet and and more tutorially? Because I don't know, I feel like I'm imposing my music on you guys, and you might not like it. So I think I don't know. Would you like that? Would you like music on it, on these sessions? There we go. These are chopsticks, by the way. This is a crayon, but it's like a big crayon, so sometimes like the proportions are a bit off, but it's no biggie because it's one of the like smaller objects in the composition, so I'm not gonna lose my head over that. Blackpink, hell yeah, all the time Blackpink. I really like Blackpink. For you guys that didn't know, I love Blackpink. That's super good. They're awesome. And although the production value is it's super high, I'm always amazed by their productions. And they're like pop to its fullest extent of the word pop. I really enjoy them. Which is your favorite song by Blackpink? One thing that I really like about Blackpink is the fact that they sing like in Japanese as well. Like they most of their songs they're Korean, you know? So they just after a while they just post their songs in Japanese, and they fit just well, so just fine. It's super interesting to me, the fact that they do that, but they know that there's a large like market in Japan for their music, that type of music. And also I like the art for their albums. I think it's very clean. Like the whole notion of Blackpink is beautiful. Like it's this bright color, but it's also dark, and it's nice. I love that idea. No. There we go. So these scissors were really fun to make. It was complicated, but we managed to do it, and they came out great. I'm really happy that we did. Kat, the videos and the choreos are just like, wow, yeah, right? Like, and have you seen the sets that they make? Like they use? Like most of it is on production. Like they're of course there's post-production in it, but most of the sets, like with all the effects and stuff, they're like being able to do them and being able to pay post-production, most of them they just like record it. So they're like in a jungle, they just grab a whole bunch of plants and add them in set, and they're like in the middle of them. I think that's super cool. That's like surprising for K-pop, at least. Life for K-pop videos, in my opinion. I'm not a big K-pop guru by any means. Like, I'm completely ignorant, but from what I've seen, that's surprising. There we go. Okay, so this is how far we've come. We're almost there, guys. We're almost done with like the whole circle. Okay. What is this? Oh, this is a ruler. I remember now. Sometimes I get lost in the lines. Whenever I needed something to bridge two parts, I used an eraser. These are the handles of the scissors. The scissors handles. No, there we go. Cat, can I ask you something? Are you actually the cat I know? I'm not sure. Like, are we real life friends? I'm not sure if we've met, but if you are the cat I know, that would make sense why you've talked about Blackpink as well. Just let me know. I don't think so. Oh, okay, good. Because there's a friend of mine yeah, her name is Catherine, so we call her Cat, and I was like, maybe, just maybe, we know each other like outside from here, but we don't, so that's cool. It's awesome to have new friends as well. New friends that kind of like Blackpink. Or that agree with liking Blackpink. There we go. Okay, we almost lost this. We almost forgot about this little detail right here. Today I kind of lost my stylus for like 5 minutes, and I was like, yeah, frick it, I'm just gonna like grab a new one, and I grabbed a new one and I drew like a line with it, and it felt so well. Like, I think my nib is already super old, and I haven't changed it, not even once. So I think that's something I'm gonna do soon. Change my nibs, because I feel like I'm carving the screen out right now, and it shouldn't feel that way. It should feel much smoother. Okay, so this is this big fish silhouette right here. Yeah, let's just complete it there. I'm not sure if there's like more information back there, but I'm just gonna leave it like this. Okay, so you listen to Blackpink. Is there any other band that you like listening to? It doesn't have to be like pop or K-pop, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have to be that. Like, you Whatever you want to share, it would be cool to get to know you better. Do you think that actually like talks about the person? A friend of mine asked this a few days ago. Like, do you think the favorite things out of a person actually talk about this person's temperament? And I was like, I think so. I think they do. Yeah. So yeah, let us know you a bit better. What kind of bands do you like, or what kind of music? I'm not too much into talking about genres, just because a band can like change direction anytime, and or an artist, you know, and suddenly they're like different, and that's also pretty cool in my opinion. So if like talking about genre is kind of limited, but I think talking about artists is a bit like explains a bit more, you know, like that's why I'm asking about bands. So it doesn't have to be a band, it has to be, it can be an artist. This porgy is so cool. I really like having a sketch of a porgy in my image. Okay, so this is actually perfectly straight, so let's just like do this. There we go. I like Cuarteto de Nos. Their music is amazing. Oh, I had completely forgotten about them. But there was a time where I like listened to a ton of their music. I really, really like their music. They're from Paraguay, right? I seem to remember them being from Paraguay. Uruguay, okay. Almost. Almost got it, but not quite. Okay, okay. Thank you. Yeah, their music is amazing. I remember, like, I listened to their music a lot, but then I kind of listened back to music after a while, and I don't know why I felt like all of the music that I had from them kind of was in a terrible quality, so I just couldn't handle it. Like, it all sounded all screechy and like badly recorded, and I just stopped listening to them because of that, but I might have to look them up again. Because they're quite grungy in a sense, and I mean, that's super cool, that's not bad. But even like grungy music has like a certain sound, you know. But that recording that I had, it was just so bad, it was terrible. So yeah, that was on me, it's not on them at all. So where are you guys from? Are you from around here? I'm in Colombia, by the way. And Bogota. Like, you you could be in Colombia, but not in Bogota. That could also be cool. That would be pretty cool, actually. Or you can be from another place in the world, and that could also be pretty cool. Bogota. Woo! Woo, cat, woo! Oh, I remember now. I like the mood that city pop brings. What kind of city pop do you... Is that city pop, like El Cuarteto de Nos? I'm not entirely sure. But it's a genre. Okay. Like, I think I've never heard it, like, consciously. I don't know. I've heard quite a bit of hip hop, like Spanish. Like, no, not Spanish, but like local hip hop that's in Spanish, but it's not Spanish hip hop. Does that make sense? Like rap. But again, it's a genre as well. I know this could be done like way quicker with selection and stuff, but I'm just gonna take it easy because this is the process that I like. So I'm sorry if this is taking too long. There we go. Whew, we're almost done, guys. We're just about to close the gap. We're missing a couple of angles here, like a couple of degrees, and that's it. Japan 80s mood with heavy synthesizer and sexy bass lines. Bass, like another fish. Sexy bass lines. Okay. So that's city pop. Wow. I think I've... Oh, you've played some of that before, right? But it's been a while since I've heard that. I think I get that. So is that a genre that's like, oh, it's 80s mood? So there's people that still do that, like that kind of music, but it's just using synthesizers and stuff, so it sounds like 80s. Yeah, is that right? That's super cool. Okay, yeah, that sounds awesome. I don't know if that fits, but there's this artist. She's from Chile, but I always thought she was Mexican because she sings rancheras a lot. And there's she's called Mon Laferte. She's amazing. Like her voice range is out of this world and such power. She's beautiful as well. But there's this song that she wrote. What's it called? God damn it. But she loves Japan. So one of the songs she translated into Japanese, and the song is out there. Like on Spotify, you can find it. And it's super cool. I can't remember the name. Jesus. Antes de ti, I think it is. I think that's the song. So I think that song could fit in that because it sounds like 80s, like a ballad, but it's actually quite modern. Like it's produced really recently. It's been produced really recently. So if you haven't heard that song, go listen to it. It's actually pretty nice, and it sounds like the intro of a series or something as well. So it's beautiful. So yeah, look it up and let me know if you like it or not. We're almost there. We're almost there. This is so exciting. Yeah, I mean, I don't like speaking on genres, but it's useful. Like I understand how categories are useful, so don't feel bad about like talking about genres either way. Like don't feel coy about it because it's not bad. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we're almost at an hour 45. I think I'm going to leave it at 2 hours just for this stream. I think that's more than enough. And you guys been super patient as well, because it feels like we haven't advanced the image that much. But we actually have done a ton of work. I think this is most of the heavy lifting was just doing this mask. After this, then we're just going to color it. And it's going to be pretty simple, I hope. Yeah, like most of the illustration. What? That's the thing. Okay, I think we're almost done. We're missing this and the central fish. This is the brush pen's cap. Okay, we're almost done. Yeah, okay. Just missing this one, and I think we're done with a mask. So do you have any late night plans? Are you watching any movies or a series that you're watching? What are you gonna do after this? Or are you just gonna sleep? That's also super acceptable, of course. Play with my friends. Whoa, what are you playing? That's super cool. I suppose it's like video games. But which video game are you playing? Woo! We're done, guys. Woo! League of Legends. Oh, you're a LoL player. That's pretty cool. I tried LoL and I just thought that it was way too hard to get good at it, so I kind of booked it. There we go. So this is our final line art. Okay, so it's pretty hectic, but as you can see, like the line art in the back that no longer like fights with the line art in front. That's what the mask was all about. So we can have like this separation. And the next mask that we're gonna need is like the main character's mask. Okay, whew, so let's do it. How long has it been, like, how long have you played League of Legends? Let's add another color that isn't tough to look at. Yeah, something like that. That's good. How long has it been? Years? Months? Decades? And is this something that you usually do on Friday nights or every night? Or how do you set those games up? I'm just trying to make these as hair, so like it kind of reads better when we're coloring it. So I'm not gonna fill in all of those like blind spots. Neither those. Okay. Yes. That's super cool. It's good to have a group of friends to play with. It's amazing. And I've only recently discovered... Oh, we have a new subscriber! Woo! Juanfe! Welcome to the party! Woo, 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 woo. Thank you for being here. This helps me a lot. I've only recently discovered like online gaming because I used to game a lot, but I always was kind of a bit afraid of the gaming community because it always seems so harsh and so violent and so like disrespectful as well. So I decided to start playing Warzone. and surprisingly, I found a group of people that are super cool and super chill. And I got to it late, so the good thing is that like they already outgrew the game. So like at first everyone is super competitive and like they all want to be pros and whatnot. But like when I got to the game, they were just like trying it out and like playing freely. So that was a nice thing to see. Okay, so there's one thing that we're missing, and it's just a planet. I know it's like we have enough, and it's not going to be visible, but we have to do it. Okay. It's part of the plan. It's part of what we sketched. So let's just do it. So the planet is behind this person. Okay, so that's kind of the idea. So this person is me, in theory, by the way. Me too. For that reason, I don't play alone. Having friends there is cool. Yeah, it's much better. Like, it's not stressful at all when there's a ton of people, like, trying to... There we go. Trying to play with you, you know? Trying to just have fun. I don't like competitive gaming. I think it's not for me, but I understand why it would be for a lot of people. Because it's very like I understand how attractive the notion is of having that. So I know this seems like overkill, and it kind of is, but I just want to respect what we kind of what we decided as a community, and what we decided is that this was going to be the sketch. So it's like a person sitting above the clouds. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm kind of respecting that idea. Okay. So I'm sorry if it's overkill, and it's not going to be visible like at all, I bet, but still. Let's add a little circle here. I'm not sure that's going to be visible. It might be like covered by some stuff, but there we go. So let's just remove some of that sketch because we don't need it on top of our character. There we go. And there we go. And I think that's it, right? Yeah. I mean, we still have the mask, so it's no biggie. So we have this and this. Now we need to add a mask for the planet, which is completely invisible. But okay, let's just do it. Just to keep it up. Okay, so we've done this reddish red. Let's do this kind of a purpley purple. Like there, yeah. Let's remove this. Let's actually do this. It's way easier if you can see where you're painting. Okay. So these masks are gonna be super useful when we want to paint, when we want to add the colors, and we are gonna add colors. So we want to make ourselves, like, our jobs easier, right? Always. So let's just erase. Oh. Okay. I messed up, but it's not a bad messing up. It's like an O kind of messing up. Okay, and I understand that League of Legends has like different like roles. Which role do you prefer? Like in your team, what you do? Like, is there such a thing? I don't know if I'm like completely missing the point. But yeah, okay. And for the last one, let's just do again blue, but kind of darker. Here we go. That's good. Let's just make this a bit comfier to the eye. Let's make this a bit darker. There we go. So here we go, guys. Here's the image with all of our like line art defined. I'm super happy with it. This is so cool. Let's save, because I haven't saved in the longest time. I'm super happy with this image. Super, super happy. I think it's gonna rock. And the grid works. Everything is kind of fitting. Horizontals are fitting. My time to shine. Yeah. I'm super happy with this image, like super, super happy. I'm stoked with it. Rufino. Hola, tú soy Juan Di. Hey, Juan Di, what's up? It's good to have you here. Thank you for being here. This is amazing. It's been a while since we've talked, so thank you for being here. Oh, it looks pretty cool, says this cat. Thank you. I'm super happy, and thank you for all your help and like, yeah, guiding me all the way here. I'm super happy with this image. It's gonna be nice. So the next time that whoa, I'm seeing something. Oh, those are from the background. Okay, I almost lost my heart there. But next session is gonna be colors. So we're just gonna add the colors that we already had. Actually, we can try and do that right now. See how it works, okay? So just, we're gonna have to name this like a bit better. So let's just join these two and make them into a smart object. And that smart object is gonna be called Arthur Line Art, because that's supposed to be me in the background. And this is gonna be Arthur Mask. And let's limit that, and let's limit that, okay. This is gonna be supplies. Supplies line art. And this is gonna be supplies mask. There we go. And this is gonna be just a planet line art. It's completely invisible, but I hope it pulls through. Planet mask. And this is just the background. Let's limit that as well. Okay. So let's do it. Let's see how it goes. Eesh. Okay, just as an experiment, let's remove all the. Now we're gonna have to do that afterwards. No biggie. So this is something that we had add to all the line art. So let's just duplicate it, see if it works. This is scary as hell. Let's oh, we have to make these bigger. There we go. To both sides, I guess. What's up with your life, Wendy? It's been a while. So are you still taking pictures and stuff? 'Cause you're such a good photographer. And let's do this as well. Okay, so that's the color of the line art. Let's see if we can find whatever it is we did. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's try this out, see how it goes. Eesh, I'm not sure how it's gonna work. That's, oh no, we need to on the planet mask. No, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work because we don't have any values. So yeah, I'm just gonna delete this and undo everything that I just did. Okay, so there we go. There we go. So this is our sketch. Okay, so I'm just gonna gray it out just to have like a clean line arts and see how that looks. Okay. So let's add this. No, you're supposed to be gray, dude. There we go. And let's add this as well here. And let's add this as well over here. And let's add this as well over here. Okay, so yeah, this is the clean line art. So it's a mess if we can't see the difference between them. Yeah, but I'm super happy with it. I'm so happy. It's looking amazing. I'm excited to see where this image goes. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. If you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe. Or follow me on Twitch. That would be amazing. If I always post whatever I'm gonna do. Like if there's an update, if the stream is gonna be a bit late or something like that, I always post it on Instagram. So go check my Instagram and yeah, just follow me wherever you want. I'm offering some art mentorships through Patreon as well. So if you're interested in me mentoring you, that would be awesome. And I enjoy that because it's a great way to know people and to share a lot of experiences. So yeah, if you're interested in that, just let me know. Okay. So yeah, see you next time. Hi, big fan here. Oh, thank you, Javier. That's pretty cool. Thank you for being here. And yeah, see you guys next time. Okay, so next time is going to be probably Monday, and we're going to keep on coloring this image and we're going to advance it to a final probably. So I hope we finish this on Monday. Your art is amazing. Oh, thank you. That's super sweet of you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here, and this is the best way to just close the week for me. So thank you guys, and yeah, okay, I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye-bye.